Hey guys, my name's Ethan and I'm at the Penguins versus Islanders Game 4 in the playoffs during the second intermission, and you guys are watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. The Pittsburgh Penguins have been eliminated via sweep by the New York Islanders. I got my party shirt on. Islanders fans, if you want to invite me to any ugly Christmas sweater parties next year, I already have my attire. How excited are you?
I'm so excited. I am just absolutely thrilled that it's gone this way, this quickly, this decisively. No, decisively. The games were close. There was
they were
there was
close.
overtime and a little bit of overtime going on. But really, after game 2, it was see you later.
This was one of the best.
It was great.
Those first two games in New York, the crowd was unbelievable. Oh man, this team is. I love watching this team when they play at home. I wasn't really that excited about the games in Pittsburgh.
No,
I was as far as hockey is concerned, but as far as the viewing experience and
the atmosphere,
the atmosphere just
in
wasn't
the
the
PPG
same. You
Paints
get that
Arena
stupid
was-
guy in the horn in Pittsburgh blowing that damn thing. It's just annoying. Like the fans are loud and that's great and it's enjoyable and stuff, but that stupid horn guy just drives me crazy. So I actually watched that game, or the majority of those two games, with the volume almost all the way down just because I couldn't take that guy. But I honestly did predict the Islanders to win the series. I think you did as well.
I did.
I would have never predicted them. I would have never predicted them to sweep Pittsburgh.
No.
Because Pittsburgh's just too good. They've got too many veterans, too many high-scoring guys, too many guys who've won the cup in intense combats in the past. Like, think about some of the series that Pittsburgh has had.
Oh yeah.
In those 2 years they won the Stanley Cup only a couple of years ago. It was just unreal. So they had that character. Maybe
No question.
the character that we thought wasn't in with Tampa this year. Pittsburgh already has that character. We know that they have that character. We just didn't see 100% of it this series. Crosby, even though he was shadowed intensely by the Islanders, they did such a good job defensively with Crosby and shutting him down. Even when he was free, he just didn't look the same. He didn't look like the same Crosby. He had opportunities to lay hits, and he just skated away, or he turned. He has probably the best backhand in the NHL, and there were points where he fanned on it and just shot it wide or missed the pass, and that's just not like Crosby. So I'm not sure what's going on with him. It could just be a bad series. I mean, everybody has bad days and bad weeks, and who knows.
Malkin was largely invisible in this series.
Yeah, Malkin was not very good at all. He turned over the puck quite a bit. Letang was terrible. He turned over the puck a bunch. So many neutral zone giveaways by Pittsburgh. It was really frustrating. And that's actually a credit to the Islanders. They shut down Pittsburgh so impressively, especially in the neutral zone, kept them to the outside. When Leonard needed to be big, he was big, made some unbelievable saves. Murray made some fantastic saves as well at the other end. This series, as far as the style of hockey is concerned, was, I think, very predictable prior to the series starting, but the outcome was not predictable. So what was your favorite part of this series?
I think my favorite part was just seeing the energy in the Nassau Coliseum in Game 1. I think that injected such drive into the Islanders to do well and to keep those fans happy. And then it carried it through into Game 2, which was a lot closer. But it prevailed at the end of Game 2. And I think that momentum carried them even into Pittsburgh, where they're on enemy territory. They know that all those thousands of people are watching on TV, and they're standing in front and yelling at their TV just like they were yelling at the surface of the ice. In Nassau. Now, what happens next is a huge question.
It is a huge question. They don't know who they're going to play.
They don't.
They have to wait a little bit.
But they also don't necessarily know for sure where they're going to play, because I hear that there's a movement afoot to try to find a way to back away from the Barclays Center and keep going to the Coliseum.
I also heard that. I don't know if it's going to be official or not, but
they need to do that. They absolutely need to do that.
They
can't take all of this pressure cooker energy that they've managed to develop and take that into the Barclays Center and just have it go all limp.
No, but they'll still be the same crowd in the Barclays Center. It's still going to be the same people. We're fools. We'd be fools for thinking otherwise.
You saying I'm a fool?
Yeah.
Pity the fool. Pity the fool.
If they play the Barclays Center, you know the place is going to be rocking. It's
I
just
don't
not
know.
going to be the Coliseum.
I don't know that they can get it going in the Barclays Center. The way the thing is built.
What do you mean?
Well,
Too many cars in the way?
there's cars in the way. The fans can't get up close to the glass. They can't be there. They
Okay.
can't be present in that moment. I think it's crucial. It's an absolute necessity. I'm saying if they play in the Barclays Center, they may still win games and maybe win all the games they need to win. But this is all about me, what I want to see. I want to see them in the Coliseum. For historical reasons, for crowd pressurization reasons, I want to see them stay there.
If you had the choice between watching a game in the Barclays Arena and sitting in a normal seat, we'll say halfway up, for, I don't know, $100. Or you could sit in one of the cars for $200. What would you do?
I'd take my $100. I wouldn't spend the $200. I wouldn't spend the $100. I'd go to Shake Shack, and I would just eat it and drink it, and I'd be gone. I wouldn't go.
Really?
I don't think I would go. Not for $100. No.
I'd sit in the car. That'd be epic.
Yeah.
That said, those cars need to go. Like,
It's just
it's really fun. And then the camera's not even on the right site. Like, it's not in the middle of the arena.
it's not, and the score clock isn't hanging over center ice.
Exactly.
It's just
It's a very strange.
it's not made for hockey. Hockey should not be in there.
It's not meant to be.
We have spoken.
We have spoken. Series number 2, round number 2 for the Islanders needs to happen in the Nassau Coliseum. It has to happen. I'm excited. I'm nervous for who they're going to play. I don't know if they're going to play Carolina or
Washington. It's going to be a pretty good series.
It's going to be a
regardless of who
very
it is.
difficult series for the Islanders, regardless of who they play, I think.
Yeah.
If I were them, I would obviously choose, I think, the Carolina Hurricanes to play.
I would. Yeah.
Washington's just a little bit too deep. But, I mean, if you look at the teams over the past 9 years, Washington has been a powerhouse team all those 9 years. Pittsburgh has been a powerhouse team all those 9 years. They're probably the two teams in the Eastern Conference with the most playoff experience. So if the Islanders can take down Pittsburgh, go on to face Washington, and take them down, that's got to feel pretty good. So maybe the Islanders do want to play Washington for the biggest challenge. Maybe.
They've had a very big one already. If Washington gets past Carolina, and I think most bettors would expect that they will eventually get past Carolina, they're still not the same team they were last year.
I agree.
And if the Islanders play Washington, you've got Barry Trotz standing there looking at his current team and his ex-team and knowing everybody's weakness and everybody's strength. And I think that's a huge advantage for New York.
The Barry Trotz factor.
The Barry Trotz factor, yeah.
Let me ask you this. Going back to this series,
Yeah.
do you think this series is different if Pittsburgh has home ice advantage and those first 2 games are in Pittsburgh?
You know, I do.
I do too.
Yeah.
I actually do.
I do,
I still
'cause
think the Islanders win.
Yeah.
But I don't think-
I had picked the Islanders to win. I think I had them winning 4-2, which means
I think I had them in 6 as well.
they had to win at least one game on the road to do it in 4-2. But I think if Pittsburgh wins just one of those 2 games at home, I think it's a totally different series.
I agree. I still think the Islanders win, but I think it is a different series completely. I think those first 2 games for the Islanders at home was just absolutely crucial emotionally.
Yeah, and the Islanders in Game 2, when it went to overtime, the Islanders could have won that game. They played well enough to win that game.
They did win the game.
What? I mean the Penguins. Jeez, you're sharp. Pittsburgh played well enough to win the game and could have got a goal in that overtime.
Wasn't it the first game?
I thought the second game went to overtime. But anyway,
Regardless.
one of them did. And if that game had gone the other way, and even if they'd come home with a split into Pittsburgh, it would have been a different series.
I
Just
agree.
like Toronto winning in Boston. That first game, Toronto winning in Boston, I think stunned the Bruins. Maybe it woke them up a little bit. We'll find out. But I think by the time the Islanders had beaten Pittsburgh twice in New York, and then they woke up after that second defeat, it was too late.
Yeah, I think so as
Too
well.
late to adjust.
And the Islanders are so good defensively.
Yeah.
And all the important players came out for the Islanders in this series. Barzal, every time he got the puck, you were just on the edge of your seat watching him stick handle. And Bailey was big, and Nelson was big, and even the grindy, gritty guys on the fourth line like Casey Cizikas and like this team is so deep. It's fun to watch. Like usually when teams are a little bit flat, like they don't have a big like Kucherov and Stamkos and all these superstars, when they're a bit flat and spread out between all the four lines, it's not really that exciting to watch. I really like watching the Islanders play. It's not like that for me. They're a very unique, dynamic team, and they proved it this series. It was fun hockey to watch. I do not like the Pittsburgh Penguins, so I was very happy that they got eliminated, and I don't have to continuously watch them in the playoffs. They're gone, which is great.
No more.
Yeah, no more horn. Although there's some other arenas that I've noticed recently.
Washington has
that
a thump, thump, thump.
So yeah, all the stars are coming into alignment here for some pretty good underdog stories and some finally maybe someone who hasn't won the Stanley Cup in a very long time on both sides of
or ever
conferences or ever. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a fun playoff. Fun playoffs. So
absolutely, I can't wait for the next round. Whoever it's going to be, I'll be cheering for the Islanders as long as they're in.
I will also be cheering for the Islanders as long as they're in, depending on who they play in the Stanley Cup final, if they make it that far. There's a lot of decisions I need to make. But thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, I hope you can hit the subscribe button and join us here for future videos. We're going to be talking lots of playoff hockey, podcast every Sunday, and we've got some fun videos planned as well. We're going to talk about, we're going to take a look at the goalie helmets from each team, from each division.
Yes, right.
And I have ranked the third jerseys, and some teams have fourth jerseys, the secondary jerseys from all the teams this year, Adidas jerseys, and we'll make a video about that and a couple of other fun things coming up as well. So hope you can hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're having fun watching hockey, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios.